everybody, and welcome. You're here at Elevated Living with Z, and I am Z. I am a Reiki master, an intuitive healer, and a life coach. And more importantly, I am your friend. And here, today, we are going to be talking about the third eye. All about it. What it is, where it's at, what it looks like when it's blocked or overactive, and how to keep it or make it healthy and balanced. So this is going to be a very different video, you guys. If you're new here, welcome. I love having you here. In my channel so far, we've done nothing but healing. But now we are embarking in a whole nother chapter. I'm going to be talking not just about healing, but about how to heal things, the hows and the whys of stuff, showing different tools and techniques. And I'm also going to start doing some of the card readings that I like to do in private, but I'm now feeling very comfortable doing them here for you guys. And also I've been doing a lot more channeling and opening up to messages and just sharing with you guys whatever it is that comes through. So, and if you're a returning guy or returning girl, welcome. I love having you back. You guys are my support, and even if just one of you guys showed up, it would be more than enough. I'm grateful to be here and grateful to have the opportunity to do this. So without any further ado, let's go right into this. I want to talk about the third eye. First of all, what it is, where it's located, and its function. So I did take notes, as you guys can see. I knew all this, but I want to make sure I give you guys some solid content, did a little more research. So your third eye is also known as your Indigo Chakra. It's this color, I hope you guys can see it. Your Indigo Chakra or your sixth chakra. And in physical terms, it is your pineal gland. It is associated with that, or believed to be that particular gland in your body. So right here is where it's located. And it's responsible for your connection with the divine, your connection with your higher self, your connection with your spiritual self, your connection with your intuition, and also your ability to interpret the outer world or the world around you, both in physical and spiritual dimensions, and so it is also believed to be the radio transmitter of the spiritual and psychic, divine center. So it's like a radio transmitter. Like, it is believed to be the area where you can pick up on channeled messages and higher beings and other vibrational, vibrational beings of other dimensions. There you go. Gosh, you guys, it's my first time doing this like this, so I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna get through this. It is known to be the psychic center. So for people that are very psychic and intuitive, this is believed to be the reason why. And it is thought to be where you hear, like I said earlier, channel messages, but it is to receive the channel messages, it is the actual transmitter, the actual translator, so that your brain can understand what is being said that is coming from outside or higher dimensions, or sometimes even lower, but that is what it is about. So its function, so it symbolizes in your real life, physical day to day, it symbolizes insight and wisdom, and it is the center for inner guidance from your higher self and all of the higher beings that are associated with you as a human in your human experience. So if you believe in stuff like that, we are experiencing human life, and we are actually a spiritual being. So if that is the way that you interpret it, if that's the way I interpret life, I believe that it is the connection between that spiritual self and the physical self, and that dimensional understanding. It exists and is most present in that third eye. So here, the next thing we're going to talk about is when it's blocked or not functional, or maybe you've never been aware, never activated it, or you activated it and now for some reason it is not flowing properly. You'll have a lot of lack of concentration, inability to communicate properly. You will be very hard to stay centered. You will have a lack of intuition, so you will not see things or feel things, or like when you walk into the room, be able to pick up on a vibe. That will be very difficult for you if it is blocked or dysfunctional. You will be very much fear will, start to happen in your life over a lot of things, but specifically over the like the unknown, the future, what's going to happen to spirit. Because when your third eye is open, you're much more connected. You feel at ease. You have that understanding because you're connected to your own higher self and all the divine in a much more understandable way. So, and it kind of eradicates that fear. But if it's blocked, you're very afraid of what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And then another thing, you become very afraid of life itself, like living and experiencing and taking chances, and being able to maybe go ziplining, for example. Something that a year ago might have been perfectly fun for you because you're more connected to spirit, but somehow it's blocked, and now all of a sudden you're afraid of everything, and because you're afraid to live, because you're afraid to die, and that's why that happens. But so that's another characteristic of that, being very blocked. You will be unclear about the future, about and you're not clear in the sense that everything is going to happen, but unclear about your path, your walk, who you are, where you're going, what your purpose is, and stuff like that. It'll be very hard to self-reflect because we see ourselves here on this dimension as only human, and in ego takes over. But real self-reflection happens when we are able to see our higher self and our multidimensional form, and we are able to express that in our human life. And that is the kind of self-reflection that becomes very impossible when your third eye is blocked. You become unable to see, or you've never, because it's never been activated, you become unable to see people's intent or feel energies and emotions of others, which is really important because we're humans, and not just because we want to protect ourselves, but we want to help others. So it's really important to feel if somebody's sad, if somebody is scared, if somebody is angry. And then another problem into when it's open, this is easy to do, but when it's blocked or never been open, you're unable to see your own past life patterns or this current life pattern behavior, and stop it, because your higher self is the one that directs all this, codes and downloads of direction. So it gives you pushes. So when we are blocked in the third eye, we aren't able to see that or feel that or have that connection. So we can't see those patterns and stop them and potentially fix these problems that we're having. When you've never had it open or it's blocked, you have complete disconnect from spirituality, or whatever you want to call, that feeling outside of yourself, or that connectivity with the universe. You feel completely disconnected with the divine, with people around you, and it happens because you're scared. The fear takes over and it blocks you, and it creates walls in your physical body. There's another. So that was if it's blocked or a dysfunctional or never been opened. But there's another problem that I'm barely learning about, and I think it's really worth speaking of and taking a look at, which is the overactive or unbalanced, third eye. So sometimes we think we need all this, or we've done too much, or we haven't focused on balancing it, and we just let energy come in and we haven't expelled or expressed the energy into the universe back. We start to get, it becomes overactive. We start to get the opposite of the good feelings from it, and it becomes very difficult to deal with. So things that you might feel if that particular chakra is overactive would be like you're overly judgmental, you are overly critical of people, you are easily angered or bothered by little things that people do. And I believe it's because you have that fear that just kicked in. So, you become afraid because you don't know how to handle it, and I mean like fear because you have all these emotions and you're seeing what everybody's thinking, and you're thinking you're understanding what everybody's feeling, and you're afraid because you're not ready to handle it as a human being. You don't know what to do with all this information overload. So it creates anxiety, a lot of, that anxiousness and overactive stuff going on in your brain creates mental fog, makes doing daily activities much, much harder, creates mental overwhelm, excessive thinking or daydreaming. So thinking and daydreaming are great tools for life. But if you're overthinking and daydreaming, then you're not able to live your life or do the processes necessary to actually get to that point where you can do the things that you're daydreaming of. So it really does get in the way. And then when it's overactive, you stop having clarity or understanding about everything that's coming through because it's too much information overload, and the human part of your brain just says, I can't do this. So it doesn't allow you to, really understand anything coming through or even try to start to attack it. So you become, like I said, all these feelings that you get from having it overactive become amplified, like the anxiousness, the judgmentalness, the criticism, the fear of people, and stuff like that. So that sounds bad, but there's great news that you can easily balance, heal, and restore it. I am going to tell you guys right now. I was 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put these two together. 5, 6 physical ways, and then I want to talk to you about the 7th and final way that's often overlooked, which is nutrition, and eating for a healthy energy center. And so I wanted to let me start with first, excuse me guys, something that the third eye chakra really loves is the learning of new spiritual wisdom. So to get it open, if you notice it's overactive or it's blocked or you can't get it going, read something. Read or research. Doesn't have to be anything specific, and it doesn't have to be anything chakra related. It could be spiritually related, self-betterment related, how to concentrate a little bit better, a book about meditation or anything like that. The third eye recognizes that knowledge input and puts effort into balancing itself out because it recognizes your effort into trying to fix itself. So, it's really important, if you feel like it's too much going on, to research and explore new ideas for life, for spirituality, for the betterment of you and your future. These kind of things will start to help reset that area and set the mood for the rest, so the tone in the rest of your body to be ready to receive full healing in that area. Because sometimes things that don't budge, we feel like, oh, but I'm working at it, because we have other blockages that don't allow the right type of energy to come through. So this particular key point works for everything. Learning new spiritual wisdom and bettering yourself. This always works to open up all energy centers and allow flow to come up and down. So that was number 1. Now number 2, get outdoors. So when you on purpose. So get outdoors on purpose. So specifically for this chakra, it loves like the bright sun, the early hours of morning, or even like the sunset, or the bright peak of the moon, or specifically gathering under the stars for information, because we are a multi-dimensional being and we are very sensitive besides what we can feel as a human to that information. The third eye will pick that up right away, understand what you are doing, and open up and receive the information and downloads. Now this works both for restoring and for if it's overactive or if it needs to be opened and restored. Both work the same because it's an energy point. It recognizes it and it self-adjusts in that respect. So that was number 2, getting outdoors on purpose for the sake of your chakra and hitting and sun points like the sunrise and that whole hour and a half as it's happening, the sunset, getting outdoors under the moonlight and its peak hours, or specifically standing under the stars and asking, you know, for help, you know, the divine, for help in a spiritual way. You don't have to be like, oh gosh, you know, help me. No, you just stand outside in that knowledge that you're out there to receive healing, to receive balance, to receive restoration or opening of that area. And there you go. All right. Okay, guys. And the third point is purposeful yoga. So purposeful yoga is good for all areas of the body and all ailments and all energy centers. But some exercises are better for some things than others. In this case, 3 poses are really, really great for the third eye and opening it and balancing it and really working that energy through the body. And the poses that you want to try are the downward facing dog, the child's pose, and the hero pose. So that was number 3. Exercise, do your meditations. Do your yoga exercises, and the next one, number 4. So I said the word meditation would be meditation and affirmations. So meditation works for life overall. It is a game changer for life. But for the third eye, you can use meditations that help you calm down and get to a level of full body relaxation, and then activate your third eye and focus on healing it. Or you can use affirmations both while you're doing other things in the background to get your subconscious, or while you're sleeping. Both, I think, work the same, but I just feel like meditation is a little bit more empowering because you are in control, where affirmations, you're kind of in the background and it's working your subconscious, and it's great because it does shift your mind, but you're not in control of that. You know, the facilitator's in control, so you can make your own affirmations and play them for yourself in the background, and then in that respect you'd be a little bit more in control of what you're putting into your subconscious. But both meditation and affirmations are absolute key game changers in opening, clearing, and restoring the third eye. All right, so number 5, crystal healing. Okay, yes, crystal healing. Like, it's everywhere in my life. I like have crystals all over my room, my bedroom, under my pillow, when I'm getting ready, in the bathroom. Everywhere you go, you're gonna find crystals in my house. But specifically for the third eye, you want to focus on the amethyst. It's the stone of preference for the work of the third eye, and the other stones work too, but the most commonly used, the most energy, the most filled with energy that will connect with it on a divine level would be the amethyst. So to use it to help you heal, you can put it in your pocket, you can lay down and put it on your head while you're meditating, you can hold it in your hands while you're meditating, you can think about it while you're trying to activate your third eye, you can put it under your pillow, you can make jewelry of it, you know, and put it close to you. Yeah, and anything else that I missed? No, put it in your view, put it in your pocket, put one in your car. Not only does the energy help make the third eye open, but the connection, every time you see it, it's a reminder that you are working on having a clear balance and flowing third eye chakra or pineal gland, you know. So that was number 6, right? No, 1, 2, that was number 5, you guys. So now we are on number 6. Number 6, and this may sound crazy. I learned this in my Reiki mastership program, and it was further confirmed by a few of my spirit worker friends. So this may sound crazy, and you can do this with the last one, with the crystal, but you can also do this with your hand, and it's called third eye tapping. So basically, I'm gonna grab a crystal. You can do it like this. And intuitively, you'll know. Go heartbeat. I like to put a pulse in it. Sometimes I like to hit it like. You'll notice that over time while you're focusing on the tapping as to open your third eye, and you have your eyes closed, you start to see more and more color, more and more light, more and more different experiences with it. And you can do this every day. You can do this while you're getting ready. You can do this in the process of getting it to the place where you want it to be, where you feel intuitive, where you feel ready, in life to connect with others, So I know that one's a little bit different, but it's definitely a good and useful tool. Now, that was definitely number 6. So number 7, and the very bonus, what I feel is so underspoken of and underrated and underdealt with, is nutrition. Nutrition can heal everything from every ailment in the body to, every disease, but it can also heal every spiritual ailment as well when done properly, and done on purpose. So I just want to come in here and say that the first thing I want you to know as far as nutrition is, there is 2 things to avoid. There are many things to avoid when it comes to pineal gland. I don't know them all. I haven't learned that, but I know the 2 main things you want to avoid is fluoride and regular basic water. You want to keep your water nice and clean, be it bottled or filtered or whatever method you use to clean out your water, setting it out the night before with crystals or whatever it is. You want to have clean water, and you do not want to consume fluoride, because those 2 things are thought to block and crystallize the pineal gland, and thus the third eye as well, that energetic center. So avoid that altogether. So foods that actually heal or keep alive the third eye would be all purple foods, of course, because every color you eat, every food you eat that has a certain color radiates a certain color energy and is good for that certain color energy center or chakra. And foods in this case would be grapes, eggplant, purple kale, blueberry, purple sweet potatoes, blackberries, omega-3 rich foods, all of them, like anything good for your brain, like salmon or seeds or nuts or avocado. And you want to incorporate them into your life. So these foods are good for you, and when you're working on opening up your third eye, they're not just good for your life, but they're great for that purpose when set up on purpose. So as you're cutting, your eggplant, or as you're fixing up your salad with your purple kale, or as you're grabbing your hand of blueberries, be conscious of the fact that you're doing this to heal, and you're putting these things into your body, not just to make your body better, but to make your third eye open and better. And then they will work more fluidly because you're creating that body and spirit connection. So that was how to open it, keep it alive, work it. But if it happens to be overactive or completely blocked or completely need like a detox, great foods for this, and done, like I said, again, on purpose, would be chlorella. I hope I'm saying that right. Spirulina, and I know I'm saying that wrong, but I hope you guys, message me if you didn't understand what I said, but it's spirulina or something like that. Blue-green algae, and so raw apple cider vinegar, raw cacao, and goji berries, and vitamin D. So these are the things that will help detoxify if it's super blocked, or if it seems very, very overactive, like something's going on. Those specific more complicated or superfoods would be more how to detoxify it. And everyday living, you want to always, just to feel better, to live better, you want to eat healthier foods. But these foods are not only healthy, but they will help keep your third eye open and functional, keep you feeling psychic and connected and in tune with yourself and others. And that's a beautiful thing. So you guys, I think I've covered all of my talking points today about the third eye or the pineal gland, or however you guys want to call it, because in this energy thing, there's no right and wrong. It's just information, and we take what works for us, and we do our best, to live an amazing life, because we are all here. This is where we're stuck for now, and it's our duty to try to do our best to be happy. We don't want to be walking around here not happy. So all these tools and tricks and tips for opening up your energy center will not only help you feel better, but live a happier life. So I hope it really helped you guys. If I get a great response from this video, I will continue to do these type of videos. I want to go through all of the energy, all of the chakra points, like how to live a red root chakra friendly life and all about it, and all the way up to the crown chakra. But I did the third eye first because this is the theme for the week. I'm also going to do a meditation and video for it, or affirmation session video, so you guys have that. We'll have that tool when it's finished. And then it's really important. So you guys, without any further ado, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll see you guys next time. Just like I said, let me know if you guys liked it. Oh yeah, good housekeeping. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the like button, so I know you love the content and I know what is best for us to create. I love you guys.